Toby from Heavyweight MMA, today with UFC Fighter Navajo Stirling from CKB in Aotearoa. Hey, how are you, brother?
All good, bro. Good to be back on here again.
Nice to hear that UFC fighter in front of your name, right?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, I definitely, I feel like I'm where I'm meant to be, you know?
Bro, I've been listening to a few interviews. I've interviewed you a few times myself, and I'm
Yeah,
excited, man. I can feel your hunger, man. You know, not
yeah,
everyone's as hungry as you. You're like
no,
you come up watching Israel Adesanya, watching
yeah,
him in his highlights before your fights as an amateur or coming into the sport. Now you're
yeah,
chasing what he has. You want what he has.
yeah,
I can feel it.
yeah. Oh, bro, I want it real bad. The first step is complete, and that was just getting in there, and I was getting busy doing like so much other things other than fighting for that reason, to get my foot in the door. Like, everything was all about getting my foot in the door. And now that I'm in the room, like, I don't need to worry about that. My focus and attention and all my training, everything is just dialed in for like the main mission right now. It's just to fight and fight and fight and looking after my body. And I've been looking after my body, like, I'm doing extra this and recovery and making sure the physio is checking my stuff, my body out. I'll make sure everything's aligned, nothing's like turned off, because that's how these injuries happen, man. And that's how you lose that momentum, is like those injuries, and they can really like hurt you, and like they've probably hurt heaps of young fighters' careers as well. And like, I'm quite a big guy, and I'm always training. Like, I try to train as much as I can, push my, like, I really felt like the start of the year I pushed myself like real hard. Like, I want to not just fight this year. Like, I did a big year last year, but this year I'm looking for everyone to be like, bro, he just blew it out the park again. He just came in and raised the bar. Like, that's like my plan this year, is to really raise the bar.
Yeah, man. Well, the whole situation's leveled up, right? Like not having to work as much, sponsorship, a little
Yeah,
bit more money in your fights gives you
yeah,
more time, more sponsorship of the actual stuff you need to get your body right. You got the right
yeah,
people there guiding you. You sound like you've leveled up a bit already, man, ready to go.
yeah. Yeah, and like, now that I have that behind me, like that core part of me, like that blue collar working mindset of like that I had coming in, and now getting it all now, like, I've still got that chip on my shoulder. And I notice, like, when I meet other professionals and stuff, like, I'm just like, bro, I'd run through these guys. Like, and I know that that's like the average level, like, that I'm dealing with. And I know, like, man, I'll run these guys over. I feel like I've just got that chip on my shoulder, that um, although everything was like really really hard for me um, to get there, and now that I'm there, like, it's given me like a level above the playing field. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and from hearing you talk, man, I think the only thing that you need more of is a bit more cage time with these top
Yeah,
competitors, right? And you kicked off first with Tuco Tukos, a nice three-rounder. I think it's better
yeah,
for you than getting a quick knockout. I know you would have liked to have got a knockout, but it's
yeah,
better to do a bit of cage time, right? And now you're
yeah,
coming up against a decent opponent on UFC 315 May 10th,
yeah,
Ivan Erslan. So another good contender to raise your level, bro.
yeah. Oh, bro, yeah, perfect fighter for me to go out there and make a statement. Yeah, I'm looking to put on a stellar performance, wherever. I'm ready to take the fight wherever it goes. And yeah, just like self-reflecting off that last fight, I feel like I've really itched out the smaller errors that I had made. And yeah, I'm real amped to fight. Like, I'm really feeling like, just recently, just tapping into the Anzac, mindset, the warrior mindset. Just, like, I've kind of like realized now, like, when because like Eugene's like real big on, you know, he used to like always share like photos of, fight, like, soldiers leaving the trenches, when like the Vulcan there would go to fight, and some of our guys would go on the big missions to fight overseas. And I never really like fully understood it until like now, like knowing that I'm not always fighting in New Zealand now, and that I'm going into, uncharted territory, like foreign lands, like leaving home to fight as like in a lighter sense, like a lone soldier overseas. And I'm starting to realize that now, like, I'm going over there, nobody knows who I am or whatever, and I'm just like leaving the loved ones back at home. Like I fought most of my career with my support, and now that I'm like doing this, I'm really feeling like that trenches mindset, and like really going over and going to war, and that's how I feel coming into this fight. Like I'm
Yeah,
really
man,
like
it's all
captain.
business. All business.
Yeah,
For I heard you mention, like, someone asked you about like enjoying your visit, going to another country, and you said
yeah,
that, right now that's not your focus, right? You don't have so much cash that you can just do whatever you want. You still got
yeah,
to focus on getting better and moving up the ladder. So your idea is get there and go home, and then when you have the opportunity later on, as your career
yeah,
blossoms a bit, you can do that, right? Because you're still fully focused, yeah.
yeah. I'm like, I've just got so much to prove, bro. Like I remember how I was when I started in martial arts, when I was kickboxing, and I was like, I had that chip on my shoulder. Like I really wanted to prove to everyone like that I was meant to be there. And because people always said like, nah, this guy's not that good. He's all hype. And I've been told I was all hype since I started, and I carry that with me, man. I still got that fire in me the same way I was when I was 19 and 20. And yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm real amped, bro. I'm G'd up as like I'm ready to go.
Nice. I was looking at Ivan Erslan's last fight, man, and I was just thinking he's like a stock standard sort of fighter, heavy on the boxing, good on the offensive wrestling. But it cracked me up when you said he looks like an AI generated fighter. That's not just the look; it's also the way he fights. It's like what you
Yeah,
imagine the AI generated MMA fighter
yeah,
would be, right?
yeah. Like if you put him in a movie, like to someone that, like MMA fighters, like what the standard person would think of an MMA fighter, I'd feel like he'd be up there, and yeah, like I don't know and anything about that guy, like he's probably, probably is a hearty fella, but yeah, I'm not really too worried about what he's got. I'm just all about like what I've got to do, and yeah, I'm like pretty set on what I'm gonna do to this guy, and I'm just can't wait to fight, man.
He fights, bro, thinking of the nuances and that of the CKB fighters. He fights on a real regular rhythm.
Yeah,
And I think that's something you should be able to disrupt with the particular CKB style. But then at
yeah,
the same time, I'd say it's pretty good chance that he's going to be trying to use his offensive wrestling to
yeah,
try and shut you down, given that you have primarily a kickboxing background. Do you agree?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd assume so. Like he'd be smart too, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm 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 geared up to wrestle this fight as well. I've
Yeah.
pretty much just been wrestling non-stop this camp, and yeah, I'm ready to wrestle if we need to. From what I've seen, like I don't feel like I'm outmatched there in the grappling. So yeah, we can get it on the feet, on the floor, wherever. I'm ready to go.
And bro, back City Kickboxing, obviously renowned gym. Who are your sort of key training partners there for your weight? I heard you mention the Tougher brothers and
Yeah,
obviously Carlos Ulberg. Any other key guys that you work with?
yeah. We got like a really young amateur um, that I live with as well, Maynard Peel. He's like he's kind of coming over with me and Carlos for our UFC fights. Quite often, we bring him over. He's like a good training partner, like 6'2", sort of like really quick, stocky build with like good fast hands. So yeah, we're doing a lot of training with him, as well as this big Brando. Cam Rowson's like always a really good look as well. He's definitely like the core training partner for everyone that's big, because he's got like a high work rate, and he's like always in the gym. So like he's like someone you can really count on to give you the rounds. Real fit, real can go everywhere, on the floor. He'll give you like looks everywhere. He's probably like one of the most valuable training partners in the gym. as well as like Carlos when he's around. Who else? Yeah, the Tougher brother's been good. Like Junior, especially like getting some rounds off him. Like quite good with the boxing, and just like giving me like those looks. Inspiring while he's been here has been mad, and I've just been trying to help him for his fight with Tukos as well. But yeah, like the large, we have like such a good set of skills across the like larger boys, eh? Like it's mad. Like I feel like I'm always like got good training partners at the gym. Like we've got so many people that are like dealing with injuries at the moment, and then that aren't really at the gym right now. But like, man, the training still real good.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm not like someone that complains about that stuff.
Yeah, and that's how you, like you mentioned, you level up when you got this sort of competition. You're leveling each other up, right? You and Carlos especially.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I know you're going to Canada, first time fighting there. I imagine Montreal, Canada.
Yeah.
Does that have any effect on you? Or interested in actually going there? I know you're not going to spend a lot of time there. Is that of interest to you, or it's just another place, another location to go and fight?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I always like trip out at the small things. So when I'm over there, like, I don't know, there's like certain customary things that people do in different countries that are always new to me, or like, kind of an eye shock. And yeah, I've heard like the Canadian people are pretty nice, nice people. But yeah, I guess I'll know when I see it. It's going to be annoying though, like trying to figure out like their shops again, like when I was in America, I'm trying to figure out like what's the equivalent to Countdown or whatever, like trying to figure out like the closest shop or some like grocery store, because you don't know the common names of them, like stuff like that. Like it's just, but I'm like, oh, I got to do that again, try and figure out where this is or that is if I need to go out and grab something. But usually it's pretty good for the UFC. They got you at the one-stop shop. They got everything you need and the sort of nutritionists and all that. So it's all good.
Yeah, I reckon, man, once you do get comfortable with it, I reckon, because you always take a bit of time off after your fight anyway. Once you're comfortable with it, you should do your best to stick around in these countries for a week because you might in the future regret it, right, that you didn't get a chance because you're there and you're just fighting and then you're coming out.
Yeah,
But if you get a chance, man, book an extra week in some of these places and just have a look around. You don't have to spend too much money if you book the right place and everything. Just worth doing,
yeah,
especially in those interesting countries that you're probably going to end up in, some of the different
yeah.
Asian countries or, Dubai or wherever else.
Yeah. I asked some of the boys. I was like, "Has anyone been to Canada?" And everyone was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
You'll probably be the first. I was like, "Oh shit, all right." But yeah, well, it's a new one, so
Yeah.
hopefully all good.
All right, bro. Last question, man. Those of you watching for a while know you've got a bit of a penchant for spectacular moves, showing off and being a
Yeah,
bit flashy here and there. Is there anything in
yeah.
particular you would like to somehow pull off when you fight Ivan Erslan on UFC 315?
Oh yeah. I mean, uh, yeah, that's a good one. I always I train a lot of like getting into these like really good top positions, like and cycling through like how I'm gonna like get like basically smash the face in and take the bat and choke. And I think about like how I'm gonna set all that kind of stuff up. And obviously, because I haven't had the chance to do it, because my striking ends up being too good for the guy. Yeah, it's like something I really want to like do. So just showcase like that whole part of my other game for people to see and just for people to be like, holy shit, this guy is a mauler, and yeah, I practice that a lot, and that's like my a big part of my game. I want to show off, just to like fully settle in on a guy on top and just smoke him and flow through and get the submission if it's there, as well as just smashing him. So um, yeah, that's something I really want to showcase. I don't know when that'll come. Maybe if I'm getting pieced up on the feet someday, but man, I end up like cooking the guy on the feet, and then the coaches always just like want me to stick to that. So yeah, it's just yeah, we'll see if that come. It might come or may not. We'll
All
see.
right, bro. All right, Navajo. Thank you once again for your time for an interview. Looking forward to your success in this fight. Looking forward to you having a busy year and seeing your rise to fame.
Yeah, brother. Let's go.
Well, bro. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Brother. Cheers, bro.